What's up? What's up, fuckers? It's your boy Skinny Penis, aka what's my name? Dick Prescott. Yep. I'm recapping the 2025 draft from our fantasy football league. I don't like this view model where it's just like these little rounds and like chunks. I like the whole big draft board, but is this any better? This is a little better. We can go team by team. Um, so starting out, let's look at Nick's team. I think Nick's got a pretty solid team. His draft was solid. Um, Keenan Allen really jumps off right here after week one already. He looked legit. Keenan Allen confirmed not washed, and Nick took the strategy as well of just having like the whole backfield for the Cardinals and then as well as the Giants, which will be interesting to see how that works out. You figure at some point running backs get hurt so much that should be pretty valuable. Who knows? I like Benson. Benson looked good on the touches he got. Fuck, I got like a burp about to come, but it's not coming. It's driving me crazy. Let's actually look at Nick's current team because he traded away Josh Allen to get Trey McBride, which kind of bit him in the ass this week. I'm recording this Monday, as you can see. But yeah, we just watched that fucking epic Ravens Bills game. Josh Allen had a MVP level performance, one might say. But yeah, so no Josh Allen anymore. We traded him for Bo Nix, Trey McBride, Kyler Murray, and Rashi Rice. I think it was like the gist of the trade. I think he sent another ancillary piece to James. But you know what? James is the auto draft king. It worked out for him week one, so you can't complain too much. Yeah, Jamar Chase had a stinker. The Bengals had a stinker. They slept walked, barely beat the fucking Browns. Lad, Lad looked good. He had juice. You probably imagine Keenan fades some over the season, and Lad kind of becomes a little bit more relied upon. The Chargers were fucking ripping it in that game too. They were in the gun like damn near the whole game. I was very surprised at how much they threw the ball and how much they were in the gun. Because you figure you have this like big downhill athletic. Sorry, music's a little loud. Big downhill runner in Omarion Hampton, but Jay Herbo looked great. They obviously won that one. Um, all in all, yeah, I think Nick's team looks really solid. Like stud wide receivers, Jamar Chase, Ladd, DK. Jamar and Ladd probably start. Jamar obviously, but like these two guys might start on every team in our league in some form or fashion. And then DK, I didn't actually watch this game, Jets Steelers, but I know Aaron Rodgers threw 4 touchdowns and it was against the Jets. So maybe he had something to prove because he's a crazy man. But definitely good to see that the Steelers can actually score 30 points. You know, how many times did they do that last year? Like once, twice? Um, I don't know. I think that's all I got. Rashi Rice looks like he might be desperately needed by the Chiefs whenever he comes back. Worthy's down for we don't know how long yet, but I don't know, maybe like a month. Kind of assume that shoulder stuff isn't going to be season ending, but you never know. Even with Worthy, I guess Worthy was only in for a little bit, but the Chiefs need somebody. The weapons looked rough. I didn't catch this one either. Bo Nix had a stinker versus Tennessee. I don't know how I feel about the Broncos offense, man. Their defense is so good, And Bo Nix is going to be asked to be kind of like a point guard distributor type, like not really putting a ton on his plate. And I think they can run the ball actually pretty well. And I think J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey combined for like 175 rushing yards or something. I don't know. Tennessee also has like a good defense as well, so I don't think it's a death sentence for this offense. It's obviously week one as well, but you figure Bo Nix, if anybody's going to be productive, it'd be him. Him in court. He can run the ball. Connor, Steady Eddie, Tyrone Tracy. I think he got the work, but yeah, that's just gross. 2.4 yards a carry. They're going to Dallas next week, though. They should be able to score better against them. And I don't think Russell Wilson's long for this world as a starting quarterback. And Jackson Dart looked great in the preseason, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, he can elevate. I don't know. I think Nick lost or is going to lose. Yeah, he's probably going to lose. Unless the Vikings defense scores 30. So, tough loss for Nick. Team still looks solid, though. You kind of hope one of Bo or Kyler Murray has a really, really, really great year, I think is how he hits his upside, and the Steelers are a league average offense. How many targets did DK have? Only 4 catches, 7 targets. Yeah, I think Bengals slow start. Nick's team looks fine. Um, let's go to Logan Chamberlain. I know I didn't actually watch a ton of football yesterday, but I know Brock Bowers had like a 55% snap share, and there was like he was injured and something, but I don't know. Logan went RB0 again. A lot of his picks look really, really good in hindsight. Um, Tesla, the fucking crazy, crazy, crazy touchdown catch. The Lions looked a little frazzled, I would say, without their boy Ben steering the boat, but it's all right. They'll probably get their shit together. They have too many good pieces and too much like carryover with the roster to be horrible. Uh, ugh. Malik, my boy, how did he do? 12 targets. Yeah, that sounds about right. Um, Russell Wilson, again, kind of imagine, I don't know, 12 targets. That shit is going to click eventually because he's going to get 10, 12 targets a game every game because he's far and away their best weapon. Um, they'll get rolling. Did Logan win? Let's see. Oh shit, this one's close. No. Alex needs DeAndre Swift to score 1.2 points and he'll take it. So, you know, not a huge DeAndre Swift guy, but he's probably got that under control. Knock on wood for Alex. Garrett Wilson, he was fucking balling. Justin Fields looked competent. That's pretty cool. Yeah, if Justin Fields is like close to a league average quarterback, Garrett Wilson's gonna fucking smash. So we'll see how that plays out. It was against the Steelers too. One of the decent reasons I had for not drafting Justin Fields was I thought he'd get out to a really shitty start and look terrible against the Steelers, and he did not. He looked, as far as I'm aware, like pretty damn good. So it's good for him, good for the Jets. If they can put up 30 points against the Steelers, shit, they might be pretty good. Devontae Adams, didn't watch this one. See how many targets old boy had. 8. It's pretty good. Houston, I know this is pretty low scoring. Tennessee up next. Philly, that one might be a little bit of a more high scoring affair. I don't know. Yeah, Devontae Adams probably gonna be all right. I think that's a fine pick where he took him. RJ Harvey looked good. He's got some juice, baby. Real home run hitter speed. Did he catch any passes? One. How many targets did he have? Fuck. Just one target. I would I would expect that to grow. I think that was part of his shtick, was that he was a very good receiving back, but who knows if he's a good pass protector. Sorry, I gotta fucking move the curtain. This shit's blowing all in the way. It's bugging me. Okay. Yeah, the true RB0 build. Week one. How did this look for Logan? Pacheco with a stinker. He looked like he had the most juice out of all these running backs on the Chiefs, but I don't know, man. They're so big on rotating their guys. And like despite him, five a pop, I don't know if he ever eats into Kareem Hunt's third down work because Kareem Hunt didn't look bad either, and they trust him so much. He's just like steady Eddie Kareem Hunt. ETN looked great. Bill looked good. Shit, yeah, you might just bench both these guys for Bill. Damn, we didn't even start Garrett Wilson. That's crazy. We started Ricky P over Garrett Wilson. That's a bad look, Logan. I might have done the same thing though. Ricky looked great too. Kelsey, or not Kelsey, Kittle went down. Pearsall's going to be a really hard guy to take out of your lineups moving forward. Brock Bowers, ugh, he still had 15 points, and I think how much did he play? Yeah, he left early. Yeah, I mean, set and forget it. Logan's kind of just pinning all his hopes on churning and burning his RBs till we find some good ones, and he might have. Bill was really efficient. He didn't catch the ball. I don't think he's supposed to be a great receiving back, and they also already have Eckler for that. But I mean, the Commanders are going to score points, baby. So it's good to have the goal line back there. This was a crazy one because ETN came out and like dominated the work for the Jags. I thought Tank Bigsby looked a lot better than him last year, but ETN looked good in this one. It was against the shitty Panthers, but the Jaguars didn't look great as a whole against the shitty Panthers, and ETN was one of the few people that did actually look pretty good. So let's see if they got Cincy next. Yeah, definitely startable against Cincinnati in the next week. Woody Marks, whatever, rookie, like third stringer. Uh, Mario Douglas, 7 targets. That's good. I don't know. Most of these guys are like Justice Hills, so whatever. But yeah, might have something with Bill. He looked good, man. And then ETN, if you go RB0 and you can start a guy that's gonna get, oh my goodness, give me like a real stats page, please. Yeah, you could start a guy that's gonna get almost 20 touches a game and you go RB0. You'll take that every day of the week. Yeah, Logan's team looks really good. I like his team a lot. Purdy's a stud. Probably maybe see if you can flip one of these flexes for you into a QB, but that'll be a tough sell, I think, for all the QB teams. Oh, fuck. Click it too fast. What do we got? We got auto draft savant James. I'm not gonna look at his draft just because there was like 9 quarterbacks on there. That shit was pretty funny though. Oh yeah, he traded Keenan here. honestly, James's team's pretty solid. Josh Allen looked like QB1 last night, and Bijan didn't disappoint, which was a big thing. Chuba looked good. Carolina looked rough, but my thoughts on Carolina right now is that like I have Ted McMillan too, so I paid attention to that a little bit. But like if Bryce Young is ass, he probably gets benched in by like week 5 if he stinks it up as bad as he did against Jacksonville. And then we get Andy Dalton, and they're not good, but Chuba will be an RB2. T Mac will be like a wide receiver 2, 3, and they'll be fine. It'll be whatever. Then they'll re-roll with a quarterback for next year. T Higgins, yeah, the Bengals are allergic to playing good in like the first month of the year. I'm interested to see how the Bears will play. People on Twitter are like, "Oh, the Bears are going to be awesome because the Lions did so bad without Ben Johnson." But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. TJ as well should be rock solid. He's just too consistent. The Vikings are missing a bunch of guys. It's pretty much just JJ, TJ, and the running backs there. Um, yeah, James is probably gonna win. You got Caleb, James's epic stable of QBs. Drake May, whatever, whatever. Kincaid looked pretty good last night. The game did have 80 points, so if your player is in a game that scores 80 points and they don't have a good fantasy game, they're probably not very good. So at least Kincaid cleared that bar. Rashad Bateman did not. Yeah, I think James's team is going to be like a really scary one to face because you never know if Josh Allen's going to just fucking ruin your night. Like Miami, he could score 3 touchdowns pretty much any given game. And three's a lot better than your quarterback's probably doing. And then I think his receivers are super consistent. Well, maybe not consistent as a whole, but like they're good. They're going to be averaging out to be consistent. DJ Moore is like a crazy athlete, can get some big plays. T. Higgins, same way, bomb touchdowns. I don't know about the Colts. That was an insane game. I think the scored HN. Uh, yeah, Mike McDaniel's toast, buddies. Mike McDaniel is not long for this fucking world. If you had to make me put a bet on it, I would say like plus 1,000. Mike McDaniel makes it through the year. It's only week 1, but they got their shit pushed in by the fucking Colts with Daniel Jones, and their offense looked horrible. Oh yeah, ugh, that was gross. So I don't know what to make of Michael Pittman. I think he kind of benefited from going against that dumpster fire. Like I said, I like Keenan. Keenan looks like a huge steal in drafts. He's gonna be like a wide receiver 3 on the year if he stays healthy. Maybe a wide receiver 2. Chargers were airing that bitch out, and Keenan will get like 8 targets a game, and they'll be pretty high. What's it called? Like target chances, just because he's working in the slot so much. Like it's not going to be Alec Pierce targets where you expect him to catch like 2 out of 6 or some bullshit. Just given all of that, James looks scary. The auto draft savant, you can't doubt it. Don't doubt AI. It's coming to take your job. We could look at my team. Um, I went CDF4. Could have went JJ. We went CD. I thought the Cowboys defense would be worse. And that proved to be pretty true through 1 week. And their offense looked amazing for like 3 quarters till that big rain delay. Chase Brown, I know he had a stinker, but so did the rest of the Bengals. Chase Brown got like all the fucking work though, so can't complain too bad. What else? Hampton, the boy Hampton. I took him before Kyron, and after Thursday's game or Friday's game, no, they played Thursday. After Thursday's game, I was like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have taken Hampton. But then I thought about it some more. Hampton got the work. He wasn't like the most efficient, but the Chiefs are a good defense. It kind of seemed like they were daring Justin Herbert to beat him a little bit. And that's what ended up happening. But a rising tide raises all boats, baby. If Justin Herbert's gonna throw for like 35 touchdowns or some bullshit and have a really good Chargers offense, Omarion Hampton's gonna be cashing in those checks at the goal line. Because he definitely looked like he got way more work than Najee. Najee's coming off the eye, but like Hampton's got way more juice than Najee. T Mac, he could circle back and kind of like just echo a lot of what I talked about with Chuba. T Mac got the work. He got like 9 targets. He looked like the one. I don't know if y'all saw that fucking catch he almost made. Insane one-handed almost catch. Like Sports Center top 10, whatever the fuck you want to say. Wild, bonkers catch. But if he'd have snagged that, would have helped him out a lot. Um, yeah, he looks like a alpha. Looks like the dog, big dog on campus there. So hopefully Bryce Young can not suck eggs. Tony Pollard, he got all the work. Tajay's out, but still got all the work. They played Denver, which is like a horrible matchup, and the Titans looked okay 3 parts of that game, so that's good. The Rams, probably not a great matchup again coming up, but Indy should be a really good matchup, fun matchup. Arizona should be fine. There's definitely some games where I'm like looking forward to starting Tony Pollard in the flex just because he seems like he'll be so consistent. Travis Hunter, Jags were whack as fuck. The lad got 8 catches though. Fucking Ninja Turtle looking ass motherfucker. Um, Pretty sure he was like straight in the slot a lot of what he did, which is fine. I like that he's gonna be able to get a lot of targets that way. Like to see them use his like insane jump ball ability, but he was primarily a wide receiver. I don't know how much he actually played at corner, but I know he was out there for like all of the wide receiver throwing attempts. So that's outstanding. That was kind of a risk when picking him. Yeah, just gotta hope the Jags can like gel more as an offense, keep it moving, keep it pushing. Abuka, he looked legit. He looked smooth. He only had 6 targets, but this was kind of a weird one from the Buccaneers. Like their offense didn't really get rolling, but he had like the clutch go ahead touchdown right at the end of the game to put them up with like a minute to go. Yeah, I think I might be victory lapping a little early, but I think Abuka's gonna be a stud. Like easy wide receiver 3, maybe wide receiver 2. This kind of depends how good the Buccaneers offense is gonna be. He just seems like a Chris Olave clone. Just like he gets open so easy. He does everything at like a really high level. Not maybe elite at anything, but that's fine. Like if you're gonna be great at everything, you don't need to be running a 4-2 or whatever the fuck. That's just gravy. Smooth, savvy, all the fucking praise they were heaping on him in training camp. Through 1 week. Seems pretty true. Haven't seen the boy Jordan Mason. I went kind of heavy on running back here. In hindsight, maybe I wish I could have snagged like a Jordan Addison or I don't know. My biggest thing after this 1 week was that my quarterback sucked balls, but I don't know. That's my own damn fault. Tyler Warren, once again, Colts kicked the shit out of the Dolphins, but Tyler Warren was really involved early. I think he had like 3 or 4 catches on their first drive. Love to see that. Like as a rookie too, when you're on that first scripted drive, I think being so involved is such a big deal just because it shows the coaching staff. It's like, yes, you are our fucking guy. We need you. We're gonna use you. He got a carry, I think too. I don't know. Tyler Warren is just. It depends how many touchdowns he scores, how great the offense is going to be as a whole. But he'll be startable every week. He's just too involved, too easy to get touches for. Sharbs, I took him, kind of just thinking like, oh, I never actually get to take him. In my mock draft and stuff, he goes before I can get to take him around this spot, which is where I valued him. I would usually go more wide receivers here, but most of those guys I liked were gone. He went Sharbs, and I really didn't think that he would get much work. But him and Ken Walker ended up splitting damn near 50-50, and Charbonnet got all the goal line work, which was certainly a surprise to me. I really liked Ken Walker. I think he's a better athlete, just like a more explosive player, but Charbonnet's not bad, man. Charbonnet reminds me kind of like just like Najee, just like he's good. He's gonna get what you need him to get, and maybe not too much extra, but you don't need that. Coaches like that, like those kinds of guys. Tucker Kraft had a touchdown. He was fine. Maybe I'll trade him later in the season if Tyler Warren can really, really break out, but it's only 1 week. I like Tucker Kraft too, though. JJ hasn't played yet. That'll be really interesting to see how he looks against the Bears. First game. Been talking about him for so fucking long. It's crazy he hasn't played yet. B Rob, old CMC made it through the first game. Healthy, strong. I think CMC had the most touches of like any running back or maybe any player after 1 week, which is hilarious. After he popped on the injury report. And then I started T-Law, and he looked. I didn't watch it, but the Jags seemed blah. We got Griff, C-Mac. We roasted for the biscuit, and through 1 week, Griff is laughing. I'm sure he wishes he had Brian Robinson though. After he popped on the injury report, especially. But Griff's team did go super RB heavy, which is worth noting. CMC, Josh Jacobs, James Cook, and we still got Mike Evans as our wide receiver one, which to go for your first wide receiver and end up with Mike Evans, I think it's really good. Calvin Ridley, straight into that. Solid wide receiver too. Cam Ward looked good. I think like PS2. I think this was predictably going to be a dud game for Ridley, but he had 8 targets. He's clearing away their best receiving weapon still there. Baker, I think this is well before I would take him, but he played well. 3 touchdowns, can't complain. Holy shit, like a 50% completion percentage. That's funny. We'll see how good Baker is going forward. Don't think he's gonna run the ball a ton. Marky Mark, how did he do last night? Ooh, 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 ooh. Do not like that. 80 points scored. And your boy does bad. Not a good sign. Like the Addison pick. Addison, I think, will be just about as good as Calvin Ridley once he's actually starting and playing. So that's nice. Keon Coleman looked great. He looked really, really good for the Bills last night. He was really involved. Great hands. He looked like a smart player. He was getting open, like doing the right things. Yeah. Young Coleman looks like a steal where you got him. Feel pretty happy starting him going forward. Godwin didn't play. Be really interesting to see how he fits in, how he works in, because you figure they'll take it pretty slow. Loveland hasn't played. Blue, is he a healthy scratch? I think he was a healthy scratch week one. He didn't get a touch. Um, that's not good. Javante looked pretty good. Um, Jared Goff, the Lions looked blah. Stafford, this might be auto draft range from Griff. 3 backup QBs. Kind of just fucking whatever. These guys are the mean potatoes. I think they're fine. I think they're like, this is really good. Griff, if you want B Rob, I got you. We could work something out. Yeah, Matt with the Redskins. His team looked good. A lot of these mid round guys hit for him as well. Tyreek Hill, I don't fucking know, man. You might get traded mid-season for like a 6th round pick or some bullshit to the Chiefs. Dolphins a dumpster fire. I know Taylor didn't have a great game fantasy wise, but like he was the guy until they just pulled him because it was garbage time. You figure just the work is gonna be good. Saquon obviously good. Got some receptions too from Hurts. Travion, I didn't see. I know he had a lot of points, but I think it was all receptions. Yeah, 6 receptions. That was crazy. Kind of hope that as the season goes on, obviously Travion becomes more involved. He's definitely better than fucking Ramondre and Antonio Gibson. But Patriots need to have a better offense. Can't be scoring like 17 points. Usually the offense is just take a little longer, I suppose. I don't really know. Zay Flowers looked like a fucking jitterbug. He looked really good. Far and away their best receiving weapon for the Ravens. And when your backfield is as good as Derrick Henry and Lamar, you might only need one. And he is just able to get open, kind of at will, close to the line of scrimmage. And he's a guy that when he gets the ball, he can rip some explosive plays afterwards. How did Judy do? 8 targets. We'll see how long Joe Flacco lasts. Yeah, like happy to flex him. He got him at like a okay price. I guess he's kind of starting. You're starting like him or Jacoby. Jacoby had a fuck ton of targets too. Yeah, gotta start Jacoby. What do you know? The guy that's always fucking good is still fucking good. Maybe I should have taken him. Um, yeah. No, I mean Jacoby's just gotta. You can flex him every week and be like, yep, he's gonna get me 12 and he might get me 20. That's pretty fucking good. If the Dallas offense is good, Javonte only needs to average fucking 3.5 a carry, and he could be really good too. Like Dallas has already kind of shown us that they really don't care to like risk it and have some rookie fuck things up. Like I mean historically they've shown us this, but they just want a guy they can get 3 in their cloud of dust and let Dak throw the ball a lot and we're running in for some touchdowns. I think Javonte's good depth. Maybe as he rounds into form, he could be something more, but I kind of doubt it. Did Jennings play? He did. Not very well. Kittle's out. TBD. Jawan's gonna be a hard guy to bench. Blah, blah. Jerome Ford might be toast. 1.3 yards a carry against the fucking Bengals. Oh my god. Yeah, I just can't imagine he's a part of their plans going forward. Even in this year, like Judkins is going to be way better than him. Sampson's probably already better than him. Fields look great. I don't think James started him. I think he started Stroud, but you figure both these guys are like pretty high floor generally. Stroud's sophomore slump continues. Their offensive line's still fucking horrible though. Hopefully they can get something figured out. Yeah, probably roll Fields going forward. Who do they play? Buffalo? Yeah, got to start him there. Jets are gonna need to score. Ertz, that's like a easy pick. Guy's just involved. Is that his tight end one? Yeah, it's his only tight end on the fucking roster. Nice. Judkins is gonna be good. Great, like last round pick. Kind of crazy he got him this late, especially considering how bad Jerome Ford looked. Nice. Let me look at like this version of Matt's team. But yeah, man, I might just fucking bench Tyreek Hill. All things considered, you figure with your running backs, could probably win some more games. You don't need to risk it. I guess eight's not horrible, but gotta get Jacoby in there, I would think. You might like to get Jawan in there, depending on the matchup. Meh. The Saints is blah, but the Chargers for the Raiders I like. Who knows? Maybe Tyreek Hill pitches a fit and then gets really involved this week. I just didn't like him, so I'm confirming my priors with him. Let's see, who's up next? We got Brian. I beat his ass this week, or it's not over yet. I think he needs Aaron Jones to score like 20, and if he does, then I'll lose. But I don't think he's got it in him. We got Gibbs, Brown, JSN, AJ Brown, Eagles. Blah, we all saw that. Um, JSN looked like the guy for Seattle. Just I kind of slept on that pick in the draft, but I'm awake now. That looked like a good pick. JSN looked like a beast. Marvin looked good. How many targets he have? He had only had six, but 571 and a touchdown. The Saints were like never in that game. Like a more high scoring affair. Definitely expect Marvin to keep up. Sam Laporta. I feel like Brian lost the plot a little with this one. Like the mid tight end. There's a lot of other guys I would have went with. But what are you gonna do? Sam Laporta wasn't even bad. 9 targets. You love that. With his goofy ass mustache. Waddle. I mean, I don't know if you could start him until something happens. You probably bench him if you can. I don't think he started him though. Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, that's fair. Waddle's a nice stash. Just keep him benched until I don't know, Mike McDaniel gets fired or they show you something on offense that they can be okay. Aaron Jones, we're gonna see him tonight. I'm sure he looks good. He's always looked good. Just about him staying healthy. We got Diggity Dak. He looked really good. I don't think he had like I think he had a bad fantasy game because he had no touchdowns, but I wouldn't worry about it. Going forward, he looks like a stud. Herbert also looks like a stud. Yeah, I think double tapping these two quarterbacks in the mid range, I think it hurts Brian's depth because like there's really no one. Like if one of these three big receivers goes down, or either of his running backs gets hurt, I don't think he's happy at all putting any of these bench guys in. But if you can pick the right quarterback between these two every week, he'll be happy with that production. Xavier Raccoon Eater Leggett, he is like shitting the bed. He looked horrible. People on Twitter were hating his ass. Jordan Love, this is like auto draft, I think. Brian needs to trade one of these QBs. Um, Trey Harris, rookie, raw. I don't like it. I don't know. Keenan and Ladd have been injured a good amount, so maybe an injury can vault him into the lineup. He seems like a deep stash. Like, don't need to worry about him for a while. Josh Palmer, he was fine. Seems like Josh Palmer, you know? He like almost had a touchdown, I think. You can probably be happy starting him in a crazy matchup like the Ravens, where they're gonna score a shit ton. That's it though. Brian, if you're watching this, buddy, let's link and build. Let's get a QB trade for me. I got a little depth you might like. You got some quarterbacks I might like. Let's talk. Let's link. Oh, we got Dante Thornton now. And Eckler's like whatever. He's Austin Eckler. He didn't take over all the work without B-Rob there because he's Austin Eckler. But that's like a solid backup player to have for your team. We got Freeman's team, double tapping Nico and Drake London. Love that. I really liked his team right after the draft, but I don't. Did he do well the first week? Nope. Yeah, Joe Burrow. Jalen Warren looked fine. Like a good RB2 that you got late. Chris Rodriguez was a healthy scratch, which is hilarious. Um, let's see. Yeah, love this. I don't think Collins had a great game. I think Drake London was holy 15 targets. Jesus Christ. Well, you think hopefully he catches more of those. I mean, obviously you don't like the production, but going forward, could have been a lot worse. Nico, dud, whatever. Texans starting slow. I don't think you can worry too much about either of that. Kyron's like standard ass Kyron, just like hella involved, not that efficient getting touchdowns. I don't like the Joe Burrow pick. This feels early. Like how much happier would you have been if you just got Marvin Harrison Jr. IMO. Obviously it's hindsight, but I don't like going an early quarterback if they can't run. But that's okay. Court, I think he looked fine. Hopefully the Broncos get it together. We get to see Rome. It'll be really interesting to see who's like the one that emerges from the Bears. Because everybody thinks like somebody's gonna be fucking awesome from that offense, but you really don't know. I'm a kind of a DJ Moore hater, so I think it's Rome, but we'll see. Rome could be a very, very nice flex to have. Jalen Warren, grabbing him in the seventh seems like a fucking steal. Kind of just the same thing as Aaron Jones. Like when they're out there, they're gonna be good. They're gonna be like a RB2, 3 that if you have great receivers, you're very happy to have. J.K. Dobbins kind of the same way. Gonna get 15 touches a game, score some touchdowns. Like the pick. Downs, did he play? Yeah, he didn't have a great game, but kind of a weird game. Who knows? Maybe Daniel Jones does not fuck with Josh Downs, but I think he's better than Michael Pittman. We'll see though. Dylan Sampson was bad, but he had 8 fucking catches, which is insane. I don't even know what you make of this backfield. Probably can't start him yet. Not against the Ravens. I think the Browns get fucking embarrassed next week against the Ravens. Kyle Pitts, how did he do? 8 targets. Hello. The lad. Nice. Jake Ferguson. He looked fine when Dak Prescott wasn't trying to take his fucking head off. Dobby. Whatever. Romeo Dobbs type numbers. Yeah, I think obviously your quarterback putting up 10 points isn't good, but the wide receivers not booming. Slow start for Logan. I don't think he really has much to worry about. Just got to keep it pushing. I don't think I would change any lineup decisions for him next week, unless does anyone have like a crazy matchup? Tampa, Minnesota, Indy. I don't think Indy's secondary is very good, but Detroit, you might, depending on how Rome does, I could see you putting him over court, but I like it. Seems pretty rock solid. Like really, really, really high floor team from Logan that has obviously chances to boom with like Kyron scoring a bajillion touchdowns, Nico Collins, Drake London could be like awesome this year. And between Pitts and Ferguson should be getting a top 12 tight end every week if you pick right. Be interesting to see if Pitts takes a step forward. He might. He might. He's kind of a guy that's like you all the talent in the world can't get right. Tight ends too, sometimes they take a while. Who knows? Maybe we were all too early on Kyle Pitts. Um, Noah, fuck. Noah going Genty, HN, double tapping at the end of round one. I feel like that's kind of typical for Logan. I feel like he likes the early running backs. Or not Logan, Noah. Hurts looked great. The like elite top four QBs did not disappoint week one. Kittle, he looked really good before he got hurt. Is it a knee injury? What was wrong with him? Hamstring. Don't like that. He looked really good while he was healthy, but it's never fun when one of your like elite onesie positions goes down. Can't really replace those guys. Pickens, I think he only had 4 targets, but he drew like a bunch of PIs. Not what you wanted, obviously, but going forward, I think he'll be solid. Khalil Shakir looked pretty good that game, but like typical Khalil Shakir ass numbers, just like good, not great. Probably not gonna score a lot of touchdowns. Caleb Johnson, non-existent. Probably don't have to worry about this guy for like 2 months unless an injury occurs, but kind of thought that when we drafted him. And I don't think you have to worry a ton as long as Achane and Genty are healthy. I think both of them had totally fine performances that you're happy with. Yeah, I mean, this obviously isn't good, but I saw a stat he had like 38 yards rushing and like 44 of them were after contact or something insane. I don't know. I kind of believe in the Raiders. I think they'll get it figured out to be half decent. Um, Tank Bigsby, like a complete nothing burger. He'd get traded. He'd get cut. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. He was like the third running back to get touches. Bayshell Tootin got touches before him, which surprised me. Um, Mooney didn't play. I like him though. I have him in some other leagues. The Falcons look decent. Penix look decent. There's room for him to be really good. We've got a lot of injured players for Logan slash or not Logan. A lot of injured players for Noah, or just like non-contributors. Ollie Gordon, have him in Dynasty. I was psyched. The Dolphins looked fucking horrible though, and he hardly played. Kyle Williams, yeah, he hardly played. 7 snaps is crazy. That'll tick up pretty soon, I think. Uh, yeah, because they need him. He might be their best receiver. He can be your best receiver playing that little. Ray Davis, handcuff, whatever. Yeah, looking at the draft at least. Noah's team. Oh, I didn't see Jamison Williams. Noah's team could get scary quick if like, this depth is rough. None of these guys, besides maybe Mooney, are you like glad isn't your starting lineup? And we're probably dropping somebody. Or I guess one of these guys is going on IR and we can add somebody to play if Kittle doesn't start this week. Overall, good team. Just like onesie heavy and Kittle went down early. This is one too where like there's some young players could definitely come on strong late. Like if Jinty and the offense gets rolling. The Dolphins, who the fuck knows, but Achan will be a big part of it. It's still early. Nobody's dead. Nobody's dead in the water. Noah's team though, after week 1, not a huge fan, but all in all, can't complain. Can't complain, motherfucker. It's just it's never fun when pretty much nobody after round 7. Besides like Darnell Mooney's the only guy where I think he'll slot in and be good within like a month. Ayuk, I don't know when he's gonna be back. He got hurt pretty late last year. Might have to make some moves. Might have to grind the waiver wire. Is Noah gonna win? He is gonna win, so that's good. Hurts will be solid, man. Just having like a consistent QB like this can win you so many matchups like throughout the league, throughout the season. I mean, where you like your team just doesn't look that good, but it's like, oh shit, Jalen Hurts had 28. My opponent had Dak Prescott, who threw for no touchdowns this week. If I lose this, wow, that's not good. But you're probably gonna win more often than not. We got Michael's team. Oh fuck, let me go in order. I'm trolling right now. Can you all tell I haven't done this in a while? We got JJ. Love it. Interesting. We go JJ before Bijan, I think. We took him before Bijan or Saquon. Saquon. Michael liked the wide receivers here. His team ended up fine. Can't complain. We go JJ, come back around, get Bucky. Love it. Bucky kind of a slow start. Haven't seen JJ play yet, but he should be awesome. Lamar looked phenomenal last night. I'm sure he'd rather have had Josh Allen, but no shot this time. Worthy right here. They said anything about his shoulder? Dislocated shoulder. Hmm. Damn. Could be on. Could get surgery. That's crazy. Might be done for the year. Well, fingers crossed for Michael that doesn't happen. Brees Hall looked good. Jets looked good. Didn't get to see where they are, they. Golden was not as involved as I thought he'd be. I thought the Packers would kind of get off to a little bit of a better off start offensively, but I don't know. First round wide receiver, good quarterback, good offense. All signs point to, I think, them figuring it out along the way. But not a guy you want in your starting lineup right now, and he might have to be. Kelsey was blah, but he got a touchdown. You got to assume he's going to get a lot of targets now that Worthy's out, especially. It's kind of just him and fucking Hollywood Brown's dusty ass. Debo looked great. Debo's almost certainly starting for Michael now. That's a really, really good pick. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be sad they didn't pick him. Pooper Cup. Uh, I didn't watch it, but got no targets. Second targets. Damn. They must have ran the ball a piss load. Hopefully he figures something out. Tootin, maybe he could be something. I like that he got worked in second. This regime drafted him. Who knows? His lips are fucking huge. Rashid Shaheed, 9 targets. Wow. I don't know when you're gonna start him ever, but you should be okay if you have to. Goddard is fine. It's Dallas Goddard. Cedric Tillman had 8 targets. He's a guy you probably can throw in your flex, especially while Joe Flacco is starting. And get used to this. This is Michael's team from here on out. His ass isn't trading, you know. And we started Golden. That's interesting. Who slots in for him here? We're putting Debo in there. And then Rashid Shaheed or Tillman probably over Golden. Golden's probably a wait and see guy. The Chiefs versus the Eagles, that might be rough. Might put in Tillman over Rashid Shaheed. Michael's team should be solid. Brees Hall, I think, has a big game next week against Buffalo. I like Michael's team. I feel like the Brees Hall pick is going to end up looking really good in hindsight. He fell really far. 5th round, Brees Hall. Depth is fine. Like, not really any real running back depth, but I don't think anybody really has any running back depth besides, like, maybe me and Tony Pollard and Griff with his James Cook, but he's, like, starting for him. Yeah, and he's got good enough wide receivers to, like, figure out Matthew Golden not being startable right now. We got Alex. We double tapped the wide receivers at the 1-2 turn with Puka BTJ. Puka looked great, super involved, good in the slot, just like engine of the offense over Devontae Adams, which is clear. Jags will, I'm sure, use Brian Thomas Jr. more. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking, not throwing him the ball. Gotta love Jaden Daniels. He was fine. Typical. Kamara, kind of blah, but also got in the end zone. This is kind of what you're going to expect from Kamara most weeks, I think. Maybe with some more receptions. Didn't watch it. Swift hasn't played yet. That's another one that'll be really interesting. Because Swift could be like a league winner. Ben Johnson has already like kicked him to the curb once with the Lions, though, which is fun. Monty, he looked good. I thought. I don't know. The Lions didn't look very good as a whole. And Joku, that was interesting. Fanning got like more targets than him. Diggs, 7 targets. I didn't watch it. I'm not the best fucking commentator right now. Nick Chubb was pretty involved. No catches. Hollywood Brown's gonna be like, yeah, 16 targets. What the fuck is that? Uh, Hollywood Brown's probably like a must start right now. Pretty clearly in Alex's flex going forward. Jaden Higgins, nice like rookie upside pick. Maybe a little early, but so late. It's kind of whatever. Najee, handcuff, like it. Wandale, it's typical Wandale. Like 10-point PPR scam. Let's see Alex's team going forward. Next week. Mm, depending on how Swift does, I feel like it's really hard to bench Hollywood, but the Eagles is not a great matchup. Yeah, Alex's team looks good. Gonna be churning running backs on waivers. Wandell's whatever. Nick Chubb is like a guy you could put in your starting lineup. You're not gonna be happy, but he's not gonna disappoint you. Get you like 10 at running backs. Pretty good going forward. Look into the season with injuries and stuff. And last, we got Keaton, the younger young. Amon Ra, how did he do? Kind of blah, especially considering how like rock solid he is. Derrick Henry's beastly. Looked legit. Fumbled away the game, which was crazy. Scary Terry, I think he gets a get back game. He looked pretty pissed. I saw some clips of him mad after not getting a touchdown. Ken Walker, this one's really interesting. Who knows? Might be full on timeshare in Seattle. My gut says no. My gut says Ken Walker can figure it out, but he didn't look good. Charbonnet looked better than him. It's more efficient, whatever. The Eagles were blah. Did Keaton win this game? No way he won with this. Yeah. Uh, no, not to say their team's bad, but they like shit the bed. Mahomes looked good. Amon-Ra will get it figured out. Even if the Lions aren't as good as they were last year, Amon-Ra's the engine. Him and Gibbsy Wibsy. These wide receivers look really good. Look at Chris Olave. Reliable. Exactly what you expect. Ramondre is blah. Jaden Reed looked pretty good. Didn't look to be like hampered by his injury at all. Look at Jonnu. Did he score a touchdown? Yeah, he did. I mean, Jonnu was just gonna be like rock solid. What happened to Evan Ingram? He's always injured. I kind of forget that he's always injured. Well, I like Jonnu as a backup, not a black up. Ooh, -7 from the Ravens. That's gross. Going forward for Keaton, let's say we got Jonnu in there. Two is probably droppable. Yeah, I don't, like there's not a, it's tough with a team like this especially because I don't know, like you're debating between these like really close start sits between Devontae and Chris Olave and I don't know. I think I probably like Olave over Devontae. But Casey's selling out to stop Saquon. Who knows? Ken Walker. Like if Ken Walker isn't good, let's just say he's like 10 a pop, Keaton might be in trouble. We might need some help on the waivers, finding a stud, diamond in the rough type guy. At least our wide receivers will be good. Mahomes looked good, but you kind of wonder about his upside until Rashi gets back. There's definitely pieces that we can build around and like work with. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I don't know who. Let's look at who's good on the waiver. I didn't rank the teams. Let me. Funnily enough, I probably put. If I were to make like 4 tiers, James's team might be in tier one. I think. Huh, my favorite team might be James. Michael's team looks really good as well. I just like the elite quarterbacks, and I know it's easy to say after the elite quarterbacks were so great last night. I'm not gonna tier all the teams. Maybe later in the season, once it's like shaking out who's good. I like James's team a lot. I like my team a lot. I think I'm really deep. I don't know. I'm sure you could intimate it by what I said about all the teams. Let's look at who's good on the waivers. Mm, this is kind of what I've been seeing. Nobody fucks with any of the waiver guys. I like that Amari Cooper's here. That's fun. Um, yeah, looks pretty dead. Looks pretty dead. Miles Sanders, maybe. QJ, yeah, QJ is probably worth an ad. He looks good. Mm, yeah, man. Waivers look pretty dead, especially for a week one. Jalen Noel with Christian Kirk being on IRs, probably worth an ad. But it's not like any of these guys looked like they were worth a shit. Oh, they cut Roshan. Huh? Oh no. He just hasn't played yet. Torrey Horton. Kayshawn Booty. Yeah, man. Most of these guys, they look gross. Maybe somebody will come up, like, maybe Manungai will be good. Like, exciting. That wouldn't be surprising. Roshan or Manungai being good. I mean, that's funny. It appears like no help on waivers for the lads. Might be thugging it out for a while. Never gonna get it right. That's so funny. They're projecting 4 points for the Patriots DST against Miami next week. I don't know who I'm gonna start next week. Let me talk that out a little bit too. Wow, 16 for Hampton. T-Law, I don't know if I'm gonna start him. I'm kind of trying to make a trade for a quarterback right now, but JJ is probably a fine start. Do I start Abuka against Houston? Definitely is gonna be like a fine start. Is it the best start though? Tyler Warren. Against Denver, probably rolling with him. I think this is the only real question. Because if I don't go Abuka, I can go Pollard or Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter's got the Bengals, which will be a fun stack, which I might not even do. I might go JJ. And then Tony Pollard is like so safe. I don't know. Let's put Travis in there for now. I'm a slave to the projection score. Well, thank you motherfuckers for listening through this. If you did. If y'all, I'm sure I'll ask, but if y'all have any thoughts, recommendations, stuff I should talk about going forward, in general, just glad football's back, baby. Giga Mags, we're gonna kick Notre Dame's ass next week. Oh, y'all can't see me, but I'm hitting a big stretch. It was a pleasure. Happy fantasy.